I was just about to head off and begin my day when I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a video about this because it bothers me. It bothers me quite a bit. What am I referring to? Well, it is the fact that our wide receiver, Jameson Williams, was suspended 6 games for violating the league's gambling policy. Everybody knows about it, and I know what you're saying in the comments below. Why are we still talking about this? Because there is a problem in the NFL. And I know Jameson Williams is not going to plead with the commissioner for a lighter sentence, and he cannot appeal the suspension, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. But there's a reason that I want to talk about this. Tyreek Hill settled with the person he had a run-in with out of the public eye, but he still has to deal with the NFL and Roger Goodell. And Alvin Kamara now. Alvin Kamara, coming from Ian Rappaport, this happened earlier today, but I just now wanted to talk about it. Saints running back Alvin Kamara was suspended 3 games for violations of the personal conduct policy for his role in an altercation around the time of the 2022 Pro Bowl. Kamara had pleaded down to a misdemeanor, settled his civil suit, and said, "Today, I was completely wrong." Now, was he wrong? Was Jameson Williams wrong? Yes, according to the league rules. Was Alvin Kamara wrong? Yes, according to the league's personal conduct policy. However, there is a discrepancy in the duration, the severity of the punishment, in my opinion. I'm just one guy, a Detroit Lions fan who makes videos in his basement, but I call it like I see it. Whether it's my wide receiver in a season that we are supposed to be something we have never been, which is winners of the division, it's going to hurt us to not have Jameson Williams. Is there a problem here? It is. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. You have the integrity of the league versus what happens off the field. Both of them have to do with the integrity of the league. Point blank, period. No matter how you slice it, no matter what you want to say, were both individuals wrong? Yes. Could you say that one was worse than the other? Absolutely. You have a physical altercation versus a placing a bet on an app outside of your team, as far as not on the NFL, at a team facility. In a case that the NFL may or may not have been clear on those rules. For you to get suspended 3 games for physically assaulting someone versus 6 for placing a bet on a game in a hotel room, that is a problem. For the most part, the NFL does a real good job in keeping things where they want them. I have a problem with this. Now, I'll give it up to my wide receiver, Jameson Williams. I'll give it up to my coach and my GM, who's taking it on the chin. And you have a non-appealable suspension. Now, I know that Alvin Kamara missed some time last year. I know that he's been through, but he also got to play. When this happened and he came back, he played in the Pro Bowl after this happened. So I have a problem. And for everybody in the comment section that's going to defend the league's gambling rules, I'm big on rules. Rules are rules. You got it. Rules are rules. Violation of those rules are violations of the rules. Did he violate the rules, Jameson Williams? Yes. Did he deserve a 6-game suspension for violating that particular rule? No. And it's unfortunate that rule is even run up. It's not even a rule. Roger Goodell made the ultimate decision, just like he did here, on how much time Jameson Williams and all others who violate the league's gambling policy have to be off. No wonder the free JMO movement is going on. This is upsetting. It really is. The most upsetting part about it is that it's not appealable. So let me get this straight. If I decided to do something ridiculous and put my hands on somebody, downgrade from a felony to a misdemeanor, you're going to give me a 6-game suspension. But if I bet on a non-NFL game, which is inside the rules, on a league in a hotel that my team was staying at. You're going to give me a 6-game non-appealable suspension. This goes beyond the Detroit Lions, and it's just wrong, period. It's just wrong, period. As I said, I am an avid rule follower. Like, I'm all about if you don't follow the rules, fine. But the punishment for this rule is ridiculous. It's just time to come out and say it. No matter who, Jameson Williams, Justin Jefferson, it doesn't matter. This rule, suspension, 6 games for this is ridiculous. If the league really cared about its legacy, and itself, if the league cared about itself like it pretends it does, then Alvin Kamara would get 6 games. Jameson Williams would get 3. Why? This is ridiculous. It really, really is. And there's no, like I said, aside from it being my wide receiver, this is ridiculous. But the NFL, this isn't the first time that they've been ridiculous. They do what they want. We know that. But our team, we are built off of adversity. Our coach was Matt Patricia. We have been through it, and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. But the NFL has a problem, and they need to fix it. They need to fix it. Roger Goodell, the NFL should be ashamed of themselves because this is outlandish. Period. I'm not saying Jameson Williams needs a slap on the wrist. But anytime you cross the line and physically put your hands on someone, that's a problem. That comes automatic. And the rules for suspension are automatic, non-appealable. It's just the rules are the rules. But with this, you can say, I'm sorry, you can and you can do all this stuff, and you get a 3-game suspension. I'm not worried about the Lions, how they'll fare with no Jameson Williams. I'm about doing the right thing. And this right here is ridiculous. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think it's unfair that Jameson Williams got 6 games and Alvin Kamara got 3? Two totally different things. And again, I know what you guys are going to say, and the league is trying to protect the shield. You protect the shield all the way around, whether it's inside, the integrity of the game. The integrity of the game. Violence is already in this sport. There's no room for it outside of the game. There's no reason. There's no room for it. But NFL needs to make sure that they thoroughly do their job. You don't think Alvin Kamara knew that the league's personal conduct? You don't think he knew that? It hands down that he didn't know it. Of course he did. He did what he wanted to do. You can say the same thing about Jameson Williams, but there is a discrepancy in this, and that's it. The NFL has a problem, and they need to fix it. Roger Goodell should be ashamed of himself. My wide receiver or your wide receiver, it doesn't matter. This right here is ridiculous. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions. The NFL ain't stopping us this year. They stopped us last year. They're not stopping us this year because we ain't coming. We're already here.